You know, like I fought like a dragon. I fought a freaking water snake thingy. Don't think about it. Woo! Traveler! Let's go! Hello YouTube! Today, we are gonna be doing the last story quest, which is gonna be Emilie. By the way, I'm streaming right now on Twitch. If you wanna join us, twitch.tv/marcelnobi.
Like and subscribe or else Genshin won't give free 5 stars every anniversary and never.
Like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already.
Treat a glaze lily like a cactus. If Sanjay does this again,
Who the fuck is
will have
Sanjay?
to come out of his food expenses.
Hey, Chad, the music is bop.
I'll go talk to him.
This is a certified banger music over here.
Cacti for much longer.
Hey, Tinary. Hello.
Oh, it's you two. It's been a while. What brings you to Port Ormos?
We didn't have anything to do, and this place looked pretty lively.
Yo, chat, isn't Emilie in Fontaine? Or am I tripping? I might be tripping though.
Well, Port Ormos is currently organizing a flower exhibition featuring flowers and plants from all over Teyvat. So I came to help out. The exhibition includes flowers from every corner of the world, each with their own unique properties and needs. With that in mind, the curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar.
Kasharawar?
Heat and moisture.
Alright. Yeah, imagine if we gonna meet Kaya again. Kaya was here, right?
Huh?
Hey! Emilie! Something wrong?
Fine. She's just got... Rainbow roses.
Rainbow roses.
Lilies, and Cecilia's? No wonder. It's getting worse.
Paimon is allergic to flower. Should we go find Tinary?
Time, you two. If it's not too much trouble, perhaps you could try this incense.
Incense, okay. Wait, I just realized she has a short hair. Wait, what?
The scent is so nice.
You can talk normally now.
Whoa, that was fast. Paimon doesn't have to sneeze anymore.
Emilie saved Paimon from allergic. Must be in the incense. What the fuck is that? Chat, is my English very bad? I'ma Google translate that one.
Think nothing of it. From your attire, I imagine you two aren't from Sumeru either.
Oh.
Seeing as we're both travelers from abroad, it's only right that we help each other out should the occasion arise. Oh, so you're here for the flower exhibition too? I suppose that's accurate.
Hey,
to introduce
a
myself.
perfumer.
I'm Emilie, a perfumer from Fontaine.
Mmm.
Paimon! Thank you so much for your help just now. The traveler, right? I've heard a lot about you from the Steambird.
Okay.
It's nice to finally put a face to the name.
Hey, I've heard a lot about you as well. No, he's actually lying, chat. I never heard Emilie before. Chat, one thing that I like about Sumeru is like the elevator is not long like Fontaine. All right, here we go. Wait, this is the hotel?
Apparently, the exhibitor paid a large sum to rent out the hotel and surrounding buildings. They're being used as temporary storage facilities and lodging for exhibition personnel.
Seems a bit excessive.
Yeah, what if guests come early? They won't have anywhere to stay. Also, renting out this big of a hotel, how are they gonna make that Mora back?
Seems like they might have Mora to burn. Oh, who's that? Who's that muscle guy?
It's been so long. I almost didn't recognize.
Damn,
you
look at
there.
bro laterals.
Haven't changed a bit. Oh yeah, look, all this catching up is nice and all, but let's get down to business. We need to talk about Kirya.
Hold on, we have guests.
What's good, Mr. Edgar?
It's nice to see you again, Master.
Master?
Emilie? Is that you? Oh, it's been years. Look at you. You're all grown up. I've heard you've become quite the famous perfumer in Fontaine. It would seem the student has surpassed the master.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to your mentorship.
And who are these two? I don't recall you mentioning them in your
Bro.
letter.
Hey, this guy is the only guy that don't know about Traveler. That's
They're my
crazy.
new friends, the Traveler and Pilot.
You never heard Traveler, Mr. Edgar?
Emilie's friend.
Damn.
Well then, the pleasure is all mine.
And these two gentlemen? Are they friends of yours, Master?
Of course. We're perfume merchants from Fontaine.
From Fontaine?
I'm Oud, and this here is my younger brother, Blaze.
Blaze.
And the two of us are old friends. Isn't that right, gentlemen?
Yes.
Merchant Brothers?
You must be here to look for the August flower then.
Oh shit, Paimon. Shit.
Well, what respectable perfume merchant hasn't heard of a goose? Anyone in the business would be interested in the rumors.
I'm guessing you're
Oh,
here
everyone
for the
already
same
know.
reason, Emilie. We were just about to get into it, so you three might as well join in. I commissioned a few eremites to do some scouting for me. They searched all over Sumeru, but there were no sightings of the August flower. That being said, there are people in Port Ormos who claim to have smelled a unique fragrance on the streets. Definitely floral, but still distinct. Some of them were merchants who lived in Fontaine 20 years ago. According to them, the fragrance smelled exactly like the August they remember from back then. A one-of-a-kind, divine, and noble scent.
Maybe someone around here just happens to have a bottle of August from back then.
No, I don't think so. I doubt that's the case. Even if someone had a bottle that was never opened, the fragrance of the perfume would have changed over time.
Oh.
Very few perfumes can go decades without a change in scent. August is even more prone to that kind of shift. Only a few bottles still exist in Fontaine, and their scent would have completely degraded by now. Although, could there be a flower out there with a similar fragrance?
It almost sounds like someone wearing the August fragrance passed them on the street.
Someone wearing the August fragrance? How?
Are you saying?
Just thinking out loud. Don't pay me any mind.
We don't have much to go off of right now, but we can't rule out that possibility. I'll send some more people to investigate. You all traveled so far to be here.
Oh,
Why don't
okay,
you
Chad,
rest
we're
in the
going
hotel
to the
for a bit?
hotel. Let's go.
Oud, Blaze, this is the key to your room.
Ooh, you've got the keys to the rooms? Do we get free lodging too?
Ah, my apologies. All the rooms in the hotel are accounted for, I'm afraid. Most are being used for storage ahead of the exhibition, you see. I managed to tidy up one of the rooms for these two at the last minute, but by the time Emilie wrote to me, there was no more space left for her to stay.
Oh, and we just showed up out of the blue. Guess that means
Okay,
there's
we're gonna
definitely
sleep
no
on the
space
street,
left.
chat.
I should have been more considerate. Here I am with an entire hotel at my disposal and no place to offer you to stay.
It's
Even
okay.
after you made
It's
the
okay
trip
though.
all the way to Sumeru.
Don't worry, Master. I can sleep on the boat tonight. Or
On the
I could even
boat?
camp in the wild. It would give me the opportunity to collect some plant specimens while I'm here in Sumeru.
I'll come with.
Ah, even better. Although, would it be possible for me to leave some of my luggage here? It would be rather cumbersome to take it camping.
Well, about that.
It seems like Edgar and the others don't want anyone to stay near the hotel. Okay. Yo, bro. Okay, you know what?
Of course, no trouble at all. My brother and I will keep an eye on them for you.
Ah.
As long as you don't mind, mademoiselle.
All right then. Oud, why don't you take Emilie inside and find a suitable place for her luggage? I'll prepare some refreshment.
Ooh. Okay, very
Whoa,
classical
the smell of
Sumeru
flowers is so
looks.
strong. Didn't Edgar say he tidied up around here? It probably took a peek through the window earlier with flowers. Looks like this exhibition is gonna be huge.
No, that's a florist thing. We work closely with the essential oils of various plants. But to maintain a sharp sense of smell, most perfumers prefer to keep their homes free of strong odors.
Oh. Guess there's just too much to store for the exhibition then.
What is behind this door?
Well, this room seems to be a connected suite. And my brother will be staying on the other side.
Please, thanks for...
Hey! What are you doing?
Hey!
It's Master's voice.
Yo,
Master!
what happened?
Hey, Edgar, are you all right? Can you hear me?
Who did this?
Did bro got robbed?
Kazu had just followed.
August? Wait, what happened?
Kirya.
Hey, Edgar? Edgar!
No, don't shake him. He's injured. Just leave him to me.
Okay.
You two can...
I will investigate the scene.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you.
Well, we looked all over, but the only clue we found was that bottle.
The most important thing we can do now is focus our efforts on treating Master.
Okay.
Can you help me move him inside?
Absolutely. You and Emil carefully move Edgar inside. Is the muscular guy helping us or not? Come on, man. He got a huge muscle. He's not even helping us? Damn, that's crazy.
So, how's he doing?
When I administered emergency treatment, I discovered a residue in his nose and mouth. Master was most likely forced to ingest a certain liquid. Mr. Sylvain? Mr. Lucien?
Wait, you know...
Hey,
Bro, okay. He's the villain.
were you talking to us, mademoiselle?
Yep, he's the villain, chat.
Never heard of those names before.
His lipping and stuff. He's literally the
Before
villain.
arriving in Sumeru, I asked a friend from the Special Patrol to look into the creators of Auguste. There were 4 people in total. The perfumer, Edgar, the one thrust into the limelight, and 3 others. A researcher from Sumeru responsible for cultivating the Auguste flower, and 2 merchant brothers responsible for promoting the product on the market. The 2 brothers capitalized on the mythos surrounding Auguste. Their actions lured in numerous speculators and profiteers,
Okay.
inflating the price of Auguste even further. In the end, they were sent to the Fortress of Meripede for falsifying their accounts and destabilizing the market. If you do the math, they should be out of prison by now.
Oh, it's them. It's them,
And
actually.
What's that to do with us? There are countless merchant families in Fontaine. You gonna accuse them of being criminals too?
Every time your brother called you Blaze, it took you several seconds to respond. But when I called you Lucien just now, the name registered immediately.
Emilie, you little...
Don't even think about it, bro. Okay? You know, like, I fought like a dragon. I fought a freaking water snake thingy. Even a giant frog. Okay? Don't think about it. Woo! Traveler!
Understand, Mr.
Let's
Sylvain.
go!
I don't bring this up
Look at
to
Traveler.
criticize you, no matter what happened all those years ago.
With the doll
court
bit
has
as well.
already passed its
That's
judgment.
crazy.
But Master's life is in danger. We need to learn whatever we can about the person who has done this. If Master's attack had something to do with Auguste, I would imagine the 2 of you might also be in danger. So I'd like to trouble you for some information, if I may. Tell me about Kirya.
Kirya. Crime scene, you know, basically.
Why the rush? Did something happen?
Did something happen? Okay, so you explain everything. Here we go.
What? Edgar was attacked. He's the most famous perfumer in the region. Someone who's helped countless people around Port Ormos. How could this happen?
Sheriff, have you received any reports of a
Sheriff?
suspicious individual
Where do
fleeing
I
from the
heard that
bazaar?
name before? Oh, it's from Valorant. Never mind.
No, but we've got eyes all over the area. I'm sure someone's seen Kirya. I'll start gathering my forces. We won't let him get away.
Okay.
What about you, Tainari? Do you have a plan?
I'm sure the sheriff can handle things over at the scene, and I doubt Emilie needs my help looking after Mr. Edgar.
But she said she's not a real doctor.
Then she was far too modest. She may not be a doctor by trade, but she has a deeper understanding of human anatomy and pharmacology than most scholars from the Amorta Darshan. Not to mention the fact that Mr. Edgar's condition is related to perfume. Emilie is certainly in the best position to help him. As for me, I'll head to the academia and see what I can learn about Vijava and Kirya.
Oh, that's right. Vijava was supposed to be a scholar from Sumeru. Do you recognize the name?
From Emilie's letter, certainly, but that was the first time I'd heard of it. The academia produces a lot of scholars, and there are plenty of graduates who choose to pursue a career outside their darshan.
Darshan. What is that? Is that like the school name?
I didn't have time to look into it earlier, but now it seems like Vijava's past could be critical to getting to the bottom of what happened to Mr. Edgar. I have friends in Sumeru City that can help me investigate. With any luck, we'll have news to share by tomorrow. I'll leave you and Emilie to watch over things here in Port Ormos.
Okay. Alright. Damn chat, look at the sun. Wait, where's the sun? But yeah, look at the clouds. Wait until the next day. 7 a.m. Okay.
Well, it's been a day.
Alright.
Tighnari's discovered anything.
Head to the vicinity of the hotel.
Emily's master yesterday. We should check on things at the hotel first.
Hey! What's up, Emil?
Emilie!
No longer in critical condition, thankfully.
Oh.
He's still very weak, but with a bit more rest, he should regain consciousness soon. My chemical analysis of Auguste also went smoothly, although it certainly raised some questions.
Question?
I was able to identify the components that give the substance its fragrance, but I also noticed an abnormal trace of elemental energy in the sample.
Elemental energy?
What the fuck? Elemental energy?
Hard to say. It was such a minute amount, proportionally speaking, like mixing a single drop of perfume into the ocean. I had to use one of the newest tests developed in recent years to even detect the traces present in the sample. Unless you were abnormally sensitive to elemental energy, I doubt it would have any effect, even if you use the product every day for 10 years.
Excuse me? Is Miss Emilie here?
Who the hell is that? Oh shit, it's Colette?
Oh, perfect! Familiar faces! Traveler, Paimon, you're here too!
Colette Lily. I still remember the Sino joke.
Oh, of course. Tighnari's apprentice. He's mentioned you many times. And please, no need for formalities. Emilie is just fine.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you too, Miss, Emilie. Did
Emilie?
Tighnari send you here, Colette? Yep. Master and the others went through decades worth of records last night, and still haven't had a chance to rest. Anyway, based on what they've reviewed so far, they believe there's no indication that a researcher by the name of Vijava ever passed through the academia.
Oh, could it have been an alias? Yeah, true though.
Master
Could be an
considered
alias.
that possibility as well, but the name wasn't the only dead end. Master tried to track down people with a similar research direction or background, but how is that possible?
Maybe her identity as a researcher from Sumeru.
It's starting to seem very likely. If we want to figure out her true identity, I'm afraid another conversation with those two merchants might be our only...
Hey!
Lucien!
It's Sylvain! Wait, you don't think Kirya came back, do you?
That seems impossible. If someone came in or out of the hotel just now, we would have seen them.
Okay, let's go. Let's go inside.
Lucien! Lucien! Come on!
Wait. Is he going to be okay?
Emilie, my brother, he's gonna be okay, right? He's just unconscious. Like what happened to Edgar.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sylvain, but
What?
we were too late this time.
What the fuck? Wait. He dead?
No, that's not possible.
What?
Traveler, Kale, Mr. Sylvain has gone through a huge shock.
Oh.
He needs some space to calm down.
Oh.
Could one of you take him next door?
Okay.
It's not good for him to look at his brother's body like this.
Of course. Leave it to me.
I'll notify the sheriff.
Thank you both.
What?
Mr. Sylvain, let's get you up. Here, take my hand. Nice and slow. We'll take things from here. Just focus on getting some rest. Here, this way.
Rest in peace, though. Okay. Investigate the scene. Alright. This bag is stuffed with clothes and other daily necessities. Okay. What about this? Slowly rising into the air. It seems familiar somehow. Flower. The corners are filled with flour from different nations. The fragrance is incredibly strong. Cabinet. Space inside the cabinet is divided into various compartments. It doesn't look like a person could hide in. Okay. Now the door. This door leads to the hallway. The lock broke when we forced our... Okay. This door was probably locked last night.
And the windows are shut tight too. Seems like the only way to get in would have been through Sylvain's room.
Oh, Sylvain's room. Okay.
Looks like we've investigated as much as we can.
Alright, Emil. We found something here.
So, did you find anything?
The only way would have been through the Sylvain's room.
I can show you. Here, it'd be something like this.
Okay.
But entering through the room next door without alerting Sylvain... Wait. You don't think Sylvain could have been...
Wait! Wait a minute. Sylvain could have been the one.
No, his reaction to the loss of his
No,
brother
okay,
seemed
alright.
genuine. And he doesn't have a motive.
Okay, sorry.
Then what could have happened last night? I know Sylvain is still in shock, but he's our only available witness.
I agree. Also, I've made some new discoveries, so we might as well head next door and go through everything together.
Okay, let's go to the next door. He looks much calmer.
Mr. Sylvain, I need you to tell me everything you and your brother did since yesterday afternoon. Did you see or hear anything strange?
After Kirya attacked Edgar, my brother and I were incredibly careful. We returned to our rooms and decided to lock all the doors leading to the hallway. The only door we kept unlocked was the one connecting our rooms. That way, if we heard any commotion coming from the other room, we could help each other. But I didn't hear any sort of commotion last night. Not a single noise. I woke up this morning, opened the door, and...
There weren't any traces of liquid in his mouth or nose, so it's unlikely he was forced to ingest anything. The more plausible explanation is that he inhaled the substance without knowing it. And
True.
I'd say that substance
He
was
inhaled?
likely a goose.
Probably. Yeah, that could be it though.
A goose? No, that's not possible. Inhaling a goose won't kill you. And anyway, it would have been for just one night.
Just one night? Excuse me?
No.
What do you mean just one night?
No, I didn't find any common toxins.
See? A goose is harmless. The market response proved that years ago.
That may be true for most people, but not for everyone.
Yo, bro is back. Bro is
Master.
back.
Even if we could keep it a secret for another 10 or 20 years, do you think Kirya would just let us be?
Oh, what?
No, he would never give up.
Huh?
Not if he's doing all of this for Yelena.
Yelena? Who's that? Oh, okay. We're gonna get a
That's
lore.
Vijava's real name.
Oh, Vijava's real name?
Yelena wasn't a scholar from Sumeru. She was an exiled Fatus from Snezhnaya.
Snezhnaya?
A Fatus? The Fatui.
Damn!
Well, that means the elemental energy present in Auguste was...
Ah, so you've already detected it. Well, Sylvain, looks like there's truly no reason to hide things now.
Okay.
Oh,
The Auguste flower was created with the mutative and distorting power of a delusion.
A delusion?
The Fatui, delusions... I never would have thought Auguste was hiding this many secrets.
Born of a delusion, Auguste contained distorted elemental energy. A prolonged exposure over many years could have a harmful effect on the body.
Oh.
that's enough, Edgar. I'll take it from here. At first, Yelena wanted to keep refining the perfume and the flower. But no one knew how long the perfume mania was going to last back then. It didn't have any effect on ordinary people anyway. Every day we postponed going to market was another day of lost earning potential.
So you decided poisoning people was worth the risk?
Listen, it's not like it was good for business. But all that talk about Auguste being harmful over time, Yelena was just speculating. The impact was practically negligible. Unless you were particularly sensitive to elemental energy or had an entire bottle shoved down your throat like Edgar. You could use the product for decades and be completely fine.
It may be true there are no records of Auguste poisoning in Fontaine. But even if no one was acutely poisoned, willfully bringing a product to market despite explicit knowledge of its harmful effects is still a serious crime.
Yeah, if the truth came out, the market for your product will be destroyed.
That explains why you were so intent on keeping Yelena and Kirya's involvement a secret all this time, despite readily confessing to all your financial crimes. The Fatui, delusions, Auguste. If the Marechaussee Phantom discovered the connection between the three, there would have been enough evidence to send you to the Fortress of Meripede for
He's
life.
gonna admit wisely. Yeah.
Ha! If I'd known coming to Sumeru would put a target on my back, I would have been more than happy to stay there. At least that way, Lucien would still be alive. All these years without any sign of Kirya, and he pops up out of nowhere the minute my brother and I get out of prison? It couldn't be any clearer who the kid's after. Auguste was harmless before. The fact that it's killing people all of a sudden must be his doing as well.
So there's bad blood between you.
What about Yelena's death? Was that a cover-up too? A way to destroy evidence?
I'll admit, we thought about it at one point. We took care to disguise the product circulating on the market, and no one was questioning Yelena's fake identity. But if the Marechaussee Phantom decided to look into the flower beds, it would have been the end. Before we could even put our plan in motion, Yelena beat us to it. She burned all her flower beds.
Oh, yeah.
And threw herself into the fire as well. With all the evidence erased, Kirya was free to take the Mora and run.
So the wealth you earned from Auguste, it wasn't destroyed in the fire. Yelena gave it to her brother?
Most likely. Before Yelena died, she said if anything happened to her, she was going to leave everything to her brother. We just didn't realize she meant our cut as well. That's why Lucien and I were searching for Kirya, to take back our Mora and the Auguste flower. We just didn't realize Kirya was baiting us the whole time. It was all a trap.
But why is Kirya out for revenge anyway? Doesn't he know about Yelena's decision to sacrifice herself?
I don't think he knew his sister was nearing death. Elena always wore heavy makeup around him to conceal her deteriorating appearance. She kept herself busy with work to keep out of sight. That way her brother wouldn't notice how she could barely walk.
Then all we'll need to do is tell Kirya what really happened, and then he'll give up on his revenge. I'm not so sure.
It's not that easy though. I don't think it's that easy.
He might think Elena was forced into using a delusion to cultivate a ghost, or something like that. It's hard to pull yourself out of that kind of hatred, especially when you've been living in that headspace for so many years.
Very true. Even if Elena's death was her own choice, I wouldn't call myself innocent either.
Edgar, what are you talking about?
Think about it, Sylvain. If we hadn't been in such a hurry to capitalize on the perfume mania all those years ago, do you think Yelena would have elected to take those risks? If we hadn't been so blinded by greed, so insistent on increasing the scale of the flower cultivation, do you think Yelena's health would have deteriorated as fast as it did? If we hadn't invited the Marechaussee Phantom to our doorstep by breaking the law at every turn, Yelena could have survived.
She knew her limits. She knew her days were numbered. We were just trying to earn a bit of moral. And what, we deserve to die for that? Target me for being the mastermind, sure. But what about Lucien? Lucien's crime. Was it really so extreme?
Damn. After Lucien though.
The only person that can answer that question is a judge.
Is a judge. AKA Nuvilet.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway. Drag me back to Fontaine to stand trial. I don't care.
3 people from Fontaine, 1 from Snezhnaya, and a crime committed in Port Ormos. What a headache.
What's going to happen?
Well, we can only wait until the Academia sends someone to deal with it. I'm guessing we'll have to contact Fontaine as well. With the exhibition, we don't even have space in Port Ormos to detain anyone.
The hotel could suffice. You could station a few officers to keep an eye on Sylvain and myself. Although with Sylvain's mental state and my physical one, I don't think you need to worry about a jailbreak.
Mr. Edgar, are you saying...
If Sylvain is to stand trial, then I deserve the same fate. If we take advantage of this situation and lure him in on purpose, we might finally have the chance to talk to him.
All right, we can figure out a plan to keep watch later. Right now, I say we split up. Start spreading that information before it's too late.
All right. Here we go. With everyone help, the news about Auguste as well as Edgar and Sylvain begins to spread. All right. So everyone knows now, and probably the guy will come now. The Kirya guy. The Kirya, whatever it is. Hey, spread those words.
Have you heard? Mr. Edgar's been detained. He's being taken away tomorrow.
What? He's the one who helped craft all the...
Alright. There is no social media or TV, right? So...
He hasn't been convicted yet. Let's just wait and see what the court has to say.
Oh, everyone on the street is talking about the rumors. No matter where Kirya is hiding, he must have heard them by now. Let's head back to the hotel and take a break.
Okay.
We can see how the other preparations are going while we're at it.
Alright, here we go. What's good, Emilie?
Emilie, Sheriff Xian wants to talk to you and the Traveler about our plans for the Night Watch.
Thank you, Kale. But first, here. I prepared a kind of herbal tea that helps calm the spirit. Why don't you have some?
The only thing that I don't like about Sumeru is I get lost so easily. True.
That's very kind of
That's
you.
actually true.
Oh, it's not good to be so tense, especially when we've got a long night ahead of us. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I couldn't help but notice that something seems to be on your mind.
Was it that obvious?
You seem very preoccupied with Kirya's revenge. If there's anything you want to talk about, I'm happy to listen.
Oh,
Hey, what's good, y'all?
Hey, Emilie, Kale. Oh, are we interrupting something? No, not at all. This will be easier to talk through with you here anyway.
Okay.
I've just been thinking. If Kirya has the capacity to commit murder while remaining completely undetected, why didn't he target Sylvain along with Lucien last night?
Wait.
There's just a single door separating them. If his intention was to target both brothers, then there was barely anything standing in his way. Don't you think? When I accompanied Sylvain to his room after Lucien died and saw how distraught he was, I suddenly realized maybe Kirya did that on purpose. Maybe he wanted Sylvain to experience the pain of losing a loved one before he completed his ultimate revenge.
Oh, damn, that's evil.
Did he attack Edgar as a warning then? To scare Sylvain and Lucien?
Based on what we've heard about Kirya,
That's evil.
that may very well be the case.
Losing his sister all those years ago. What has been going through his head? What has he been forced to endure? Whenever I get to thinking like that, I just can't help but wonder. If I were in his place, would I be able to let go of that hatred? I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't think like that. Not after everything he's done. But I just can't help it.
Understandable, though.
There's nothing wrong with the way you're feeling. Empathy is a part of human nature. So while you hold on to that sense of empathy, you also need to ask yourself, do Sylvain and Lucien really deserve to die? I've witnessed a lot of deaths in Fontaine. When someone dies, a certain amount of information can be inferred from the traces left behind at the scene. But generally speaking, death will just leave most questions unanswered, and the whole picture ever incomplete.
Once you're consumed by hatred, it will become next to impossible to think about things that way. For someone like Kirya, I'm sure right and wrong lost all meaning a long time ago.
You're right. The fact that we can approach these questions from this perspective isn't because we're more rational than them. It's because we're fortunate enough not to have suffered that kind of loss.
That's kind of true.
But that also makes us perfectly positioned to stand on the outside.
Yep.
And try to pull them back from the brink before it's too late. I understand Kirya's decision, but I still want to stop him. Master, Sylvain, and Kirya.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
They all deserve to survive.
The fortunate and the unfortunate.
You wait in Lucien's room for a quite long time.
Not a peep. Has Kirya given up on his revenge?
Just like that.
Guess we'll have to keep at it.
The night deepens as the time passes.
Still nothing unusual. Paimon took a peek into the room next door and Sylvain's already sleeping.
Sham hasn't issued a warning either.
Perhaps Kirya's true motive was simply forcing Sylvain to confess his crimes. No, that can't be right. If all he wanted was for Sylvain to be convicted for his true crimes, he could have tipped off the Marechaussee Phantom years ago.
True. There's no reason to stop there.
There must be something we're missing. Something extremely important.
Maybe we just need to calm down a little. How about some tea? That herbal blend from earlier was pretty tasty.
We can't abandon our past, true?
Right. Maybe we can look for a different distraction then, like looking at the flowers. Oh, there's a glaze lily here.
Looking at the flower. This is a restless behavior, chat. Because they don't bloom during the day.
Flowers, glaze lilies, incense.
Incense.
Oh no! Sylvain's room, quick!
Huh? What?
Wait, what?
What?
Hey, did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
It was the older of the merchant brothers, right?
Yeah, I think his name was Sylvain. Poor guy was murdered.
No!
First you were Mr. Edgar, then that that merchant named Lucien, and now this.
Listen up, everyone. This is an active crime scene. Please, no loitering.
It's been 3 days and they haven't even caught a glimpse of the guy. What is going on?
Do you think it could be the work of an evil spirit?
Evil spirit? No, that doesn't. No,
I mean,
no,
how
no,
do you
no.
get away with something like that with so many people watching?
Keep it moving, everyone. No loitering.
Emilie still isn't back. I hope she didn't run into any trouble.
She's extremely meticulous. What is that, bro? I swear, Genshin used the hardest language. Sorry, the hardest word I've ever heard.
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. The crowd is gone now, too.
Okay.
But I have to admit, I'm not really sure what's going on. After listening to Emilie's plan, I started getting the materials together and arranging personnel. To be honest, I'm still not sure how the crime was committed that night.
It's pretty simple, actually.
Key clue was right in front of us the entire time.
The glazed lily, huh? I think I've heard of it before. It's a flower from Liyue, right?
Yep.
Well, did you know it only blooms at night?
Okay.
Emilie, you're back.
Exactly as expected.
A flower that only blooms at night. Ah, like the Nealet lotus.
Exactly. Although the Nealet lotus wouldn't be a good substitute in this scenario. When it's closed, the gaps between the petals are too large. That's why Kirya chose the glaze lily as his mechanism. He would start by preparing an Auguste sample.
There's a sticky substance on the edge of the flower petals. It's one I recognize. If you stick the petals together with slime condensate, then in the daytime, the glaze lily would act almost like a hidden container.
That's right.
Mm.
He applied a diluted form of slime condensate to the petals to stick them together and enclosed a sample of Auguste in the center. That way, the Auguste would remain trapped inside during the daytime, unable to seep between the petals and evaporate into the air. This also allowed the culprit to plant the poison well in advance, while his targets remained oblivious. However, the diluted slime condensate wouldn't be viscous enough to prevent the petals of the glaze lily from opening at night. So by nightfall, the flower would bloom, thereby forcing the target to inhale the Auguste.
Oh, that's what happened. Yo, Chad, that's what happened. So basically, they inhale the Auguste. Okay.
And Kirya could execute his revenge without having to step foot
Oh,
inside the
that's
theater
what
at
happened.
night.
By the next morning,
We
the
see now.
sample of Auguste would have nearly fully evaporated. The glaze lily would have already closed its petals.
Oh,
and
yeah,
odor
okay,
would
okay.
be concealed by the fragrance of the other flowers in the room.
Wait a second. You're telling me this version of Auguste is so toxic, inhaling the minute amount trapped inside a flower is enough to kill a grown man? And how did Edgar even survive ingesting a whole bottle of the stuff?
That's because Auguste is just as dangerous now as it was all those years ago. The level of toxicity has never changed. Only a small subset of people are truly at risk.
Ah, you mean people who are sensitive to elemental energy.
Oh.
So it's just some sort of happy coincidence that Sylvain and Lucien are allergic to the stuff? That can't be right. They were involved in the operation all those years ago. If the stuff gave them a bad reaction, they would have known from the very start.
I wouldn't use the word allergic necessarily. It's more like they're susceptible to its effects. You can think of it this way. It's not that Sylvain and Lucien are innately sensitive to elemental energy, but that Kirya found a way to ensure that they
okay.
would be.
I see. Okay. He executed the poisoning using the primal nope, the incense in the room.
The incense I smelled earlier seemed familiar. Thinking back on it, I'm almost certain it was the scent of Spirit Borneal. In Sumeru, scholars use Spirit Borneal to aid meditation and stimulate their connection to the Dendro Archon.
Okay.
Chemically produced essential oils, the primordial seawater that caused unrest in Fontaine not too long ago. All of those are substances that can heighten your sensitivity to elemental energy.
And Kirya chose Spirit Borneal.
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble when we first came to Sumeru. Ah, yes. I definitely remember that.
In Sumeru, it's not uncommon to use incense indoors, so its presence wouldn't arouse suspicion. The flowers in the room could also serve to mask the scent.
Flowers were pretty important to this plan, huh? The glazed lily is native to Liyue. It would be completely unnatural to have one here in Sumeru if it weren't for the exhibition. Well,
Actually, it's not a coincidence at all. But because he's been disguised as someone else this entire time.
Oh! Disguised as someone else this entire time? Hey, wait, hold on. The real murderer is... Wait, Edgar?
Creating such an intricate mechanism out of a glaze lily. Setting up the spirit borneal in advance. It all points to one person. The expert.
Exactly. That should be it.
Bad news, Sheriff. Mr. Edgar was attacked.
what?
Huh?
A dark shadow-like figure just ran out of his room. It was giving off a really ominous aura.
Omnimus Aura?
But before we could even react, the figure up and disappeared like some sort of ghost or something. By the time we got a look inside the room, Mr. Edgar was gone. Do you think Kirya kidnapped him?
I need you to think very carefully about this. Are you certain that figure wasn't Edgar himself?
I mean, Mr. Edgar was so frail. I don't see how he could have moved that fast.
It would seem Master decided to tap into an ill-advised source of power.
Oh!
But that's so dangerous with the condition he's in. It's...
Suicide!
Why? Why would he do that? He's already accomplished his revenge.
No. If his aim was to target everyone who had a hand in Yelena's death...
If he left Sylvain alive yesterday, not out of a desire to see him suffer, but to confirm the truth about why Yelena chose to die,
then there's still one target left.
Oh.
We should hurry
Persue
before they're forced to
Kirya.
confront it.
Alright. Thank you.
Go on.
Enter the secret garden. Okay, secret garden? What the fuck? They got a freaking domain down here? Alright, let's go.
The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end.
Hey, we gotta find Kiryu. Kirya. Or the fake Edgar. Hey, we caught your ass, bruh.
The scent of flowers is getting stronger.
Oh.
We're almost at the end.
Bro, it's caught.
Did they catch up that fast? No. My strength is just waning.
Oh shit, what is that?
But it doesn't matter. This is far enough.
Wait, did he drink it? Oh no. What are you doing to yourself?
This is a garden of Auguste flowers. But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all those years ago in Fontaine. Yelena? Yelena! You tried to hide it from me, but I always understood. The reason why you continued to use the delusion, the reason why you set your garden on fire, it was all because of me. I shouldn't have listened to you that day. I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran. But by the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. The flowers were gone. And so were you. I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have come looking for you earlier. I should have died with you that day.
Damn.
Yelena?
Yep. It's all not real.
Yelena!
Oh, 07.
No! Don't leave me!
Why's she smiling though? Hey, you are back.
Emilie,
I'm alive. No, that's not possible. I saw her. Elena, we were together.
That was an illusion, likely brought about by
Yep.
the residual toxin in your body coupled with the pollen in the air, neither of which are fatal.
The Lulu.
The amount of August I drank, it should have been enough.
That was a fake, sir.
A fake? But how?
We started making the preparations last night with one goal in mind.
Oh.
To create a perfect accord.
Okay. Wait.
Ambergris mixed with cedar wood, rounded out with a base note of agar wood.
This is the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose.
Oh, this is the real Edgar?
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not. Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in. And
They got some isekai music type of background music.
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind. Our competitor already got their hands on it.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
This fragrance will be one of a kind, no more. Myths can be deconstructed, miracles can be recreated. All it takes is skill, experience, limitless exploration, and a little patience. The only thing left is determining where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
Oh, that was.
Commissioned a flower pot from Kisharawar, capable of retaining
Oh.
moisture.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emilie?
I got it.
Damn.
Did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
That's crazy.
Yes, Master.
Huh?
So, you switched the bottles of Auguste, and then lied to me about Sylvain's death.
Oh, he doesn't die.
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years. You
Damn.
should have always known that it is possible to
Bro,
make an accord.
bro got
even if
skill
only
issue.
in theory.
Bro actually got skill issue.
But the meaning you assigned to Auguste became so inflated, you allowed yourself to get lost in it. Just like the perfume mania that captivated the public all those years ago. You believed in its divinity and grandeur. You believed it was entirely one of a kind.
That it was a bottle of perfume, nothing more.
Your obsession with Auguste is also what allowed us to predict how you intended your plan to end and to make preparations in advance.
We just didn't expect it to happen so fast.
Or that you would activate the Delulu. The Delulu.
Well, you hit the nail on the head now, didn't you? So, Sylvain isn't dead. Since you've been preparing your accord since last night, I assume you've also figured out my method, then. That means the news of Sylvain's death. The crowd gathered outside the hotel this morning. It
Damn.
was all an act you put on with the sheriff.
That is crazy.
If we hadn't, you might have resorted to the delusion out of desperation or continued to use your spirit borneal and Auguste combination to wreak havoc.
That's crazy.
Who knows? Maybe I would have just offed myself then and there.
I know if you had things your way, you would carry the truth of Edgar's demise and the secrets of this garden to the grave, but I'm sorry, Master. I don't want to see any more death. Sylvain only inhaled a small amount of poison. He's being detained as we speak. All the crimes he concealed back then will be exposed in a court of law for everyone.
He's not Dutch. That's nice.
His secrets will be revealed. The same goes for you as well.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Edgar.
Is that so?
Or fake ass.
Well,
fake ass Edgar.
I'll be spending the rest of my days in a prison cell then.
Whoa, he accepted that kind of fast.
Hey.
I don't feel the need to justify my actions, nor do I intend to repent for them. I did what I set out to do. I may have lost in the end, but it was my choice every step of the way. And if I could do it all over again, but there's no going back.
Of course.
Careful, everyone. This environment is dangerous. I'll lead the way.
Stick close and hurry up. We can't let Edgar die.
Looks like I'm almost out of time.
He's dying? I don't think he's dying though. He's just like kind of injured. Not long after that, the Eremites rush over. Kirya. How do you Kirya? Kirya accept his fate without saying a word. Okay. We are done. Okay. I'm not missing anything, right? All the turmoil caused by August finally comes to an end. A few weeks later, you receive a letter from Emilie, okay? Yo, we're back in Fontaine, baby. I miss Fontaine. It's like my favorite now.
Did you know? Miss Emilie's releasing a new perfume. Right. I heard about that. I think it's called Yelena.
Whoa! It's called Yelena?
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume you're releasing.
I was hoping to release it without such a fuss, but the news spread way faster than I expected. I just hope it won't become the source of some new myth, especially after all the work we did to demystify Auguste.
About this perfume.
I did, although I made a few modifications to the formula to make the scent more pleasant and long-lasting.
Yo, can we get a couple of copy?
I hope they're to your liking.
Also, she bring a sample. Never mind.
Before I officially release it, and tell me your thoughts.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
And sense of smell go hand in hand, you know.
Don't worry, Masa. You'll get the perfume as a gadget.
Oh, it smells great.
I'm not sure that's the kind of feedback she had in mind.
It's all right. All feedback is worth considering.
How many acts does Sumeru have?
Besides,
a lot, I think.
When it comes to perfume,
I don't know.
on whether it smells good
I don't
is the
remember.
most straightforward assessment you can ask for. There doesn't always have to be a deeper meaning.
Speaking of deeper meaning, Kirya, final question.
Right. Do those flowers have some special meaning? Hearing their names seemed to have an effect on him.
If I had to guess, I'd say it probably has something to do with the language of flowers.
The language of flowers?
The language of flowers.
I've heard of that before. Paimon remembers hearing something like, the Cecilia represents the true feelings of the prodigal son?
What each flower is said to represent varies by person and across different moments in history. After returning to Fontaine, I did some research, and it turns out the meanings of those 3 flowers can be reassembled to form a single phrase. Forget the past and keep on living. Perhaps that's the legacy Yelena always intended, not the nobility and grandeur most people associate with Auguste.
Or maybe that's what she hoped for her brother.
Do you think Kirya knew about that?
I paid him a visit before his trial and explained what I found, but he didn't seem to care.
Yeah, he already gave up.
Who knows? Maybe she didn't mean anything by it at all. That was his response. Yelena is gone. We'll never know what she was thinking. We can look for meaning all we want, but it'll never be anything but conjecture. Even if that is what she was trying to say, I would never be able to forget her. Avenging her death? That was the meaning I chose for my life. Kirya cultivated his revenge like a flower. He was committed to making it bloom, even if in the end, it didn't bear the fruit he was hoping for. In any case, he did want me to pass along his thanks. Thank you for saving my life. For giving me the chance to learn that a goose could have carried a very different meaning. Love and hatred are a privilege of the living. When someone dies, their thoughts, feelings, and intentions die with them. In that sense, what a goose truly represents in the language of flowers will forever remain a mystery. But even if it's only a conjecture, I would like to believe my own interpretation. The meaning we give to flowers, the symbolism we assign to our perfumes, they're constantly twisted and exploited in our imperfect world. And yet, at the very outset, they're born from the simplest and most beautiful desires we hold in our heart.
Okay. Floral depth blood dew. Okay, we finish it. Oh, we get the gadget. We get the perfume, chat. Wait, we get the perfume. How do you use the perfume? Damn. Okay, there it is. The story quest of Emilie. Not gonna lie, I would give it like, I would say like, it's not very amazing. Like, I don't really feel like it's as good as sigewinne. So I would say like 6 out of 10. This is like an honest review. Also, yeah, I'll be making some fewer Abyss content in the future. So if you guys wanna apply or become the part of it, you guys can join my Discord on the link. Thank you y'all for today. Have a nice day. Bye bye. All right.